Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Englewood Cliffs Mayor and Council regular meeting. It's August 14, 2019. I call the meeting to order at 8:51 p.m. Madam Clerk, will we please have a roll call? By the way, Rosemary Weber is filling in for our Borough Clerk today. I thank you for being here. I know you had a long day, and we'll try to make this quick for you. So can I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Mayor Kranjak,
Here.
Councilpersons Wu,
Here.
Song,
Here.
Sabari,
Here.
Park, Aversa,
Here.
O, here, Borough Attorney,
Here.
Rosemary Weber.
Thank you. We always start our meetings with the flag salute. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing just for a moment of silence for a couple of groups of people. First, a moment of silence for the shooting victims in El Paso, Texas, shooting victims in Dayton, Ohio, and also for police officer Andre Moy of the California Highway Patrol, who was shot and killed. Thank you. It just also seems like we have clearly a gun violence problem in the country, and mental illness that goes hand in hand with it. So it's sad to always have to have these moments of silence. We do it in tribute to the dead, but I think, going forward, more can be done to avert these things. So what I wanted to do as mayor is completely separate from everything else that we're doing, is see if I could put together a little committee. I call it the Englewood Cliffs Committee on Gun Violence and Mental Illness. I'd like, participation from residents, elected officials, police officers, and just try to maybe come back with something productive. I'm not sure what it would be, but perhaps we'll meet once a month and talk about what's going on and how it affects our community and how we could make sure we could contribute somehow to fixing the problem. So if you're interested in working with me on this, just send me an email and I'll try to put together our group, okay? Madam Clerk, would you please read into the record the Open Public Meetings Act statement?
Adequate notice of this meeting was given to the press and posted as required. Date and time of this meeting was legally given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act. This notice is on file with the municipal clerk and posted on the bulletin board. Minutes of this meeting will be made available to the public upon the completion of typing and proofreading by the municipal clerk.
Thank you. As you walked in this evening, you'd see a collection basket there for the Office of Concerned Food Pantry in Englewood. It's a community service project that we organize here. We encourage people to bring non-perishable food items that we contribute to the Office of Concern. The basket will remain out there until tomorrow, and I thank everyone who's brought anything in as a contribution. The Office of Concern monthly thanks us as well. There's a lot of working poor in Bergen County, not far from where we live, and we try to help as much as we can. I'd like to open to the public. If I have a motion to do that.
Are we opening to the public on the budget? I thought we were going to let our professionals go first.
Oh, is that why you want to do that first?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. You want to open to the public, so we'll deal with the specific municipal budget first, okay? Is there any discussion on that? From council, nothing, so we'll open to the public. Have a motion to do that?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just on this ordinance?
Yes. Anyone opposed?
Just on the budget.
Okay. So, if you look at your agenda, it's a public hearing on the amendment of the 2019 municipal budget. It's Resolution 151, amending the 2019 budget, which was approved on July 29, 2019, but not yet adopted. I don't actually agree with the amendment, but I encourage the public to get up and speak to it. And we're going to open up 3 times today, so the first time is on this budget issue. So if you have any comments just on that issue, please come up now. Just raise your hand and I'll call on you. Yes.
My comment is,
Name and address, please.
David DiGregorio, 165 Charlotte Place. I would just like to ask regarding the budget, and I've heard and I've seen in the past a lot of expenses being incurred through reaction and not preventive action or proaction. Geospatial digitization of the town. Do we have anything on computer that tells us where the houses are, where the drain pipes are, where the parking lots are? Do we have anything that is digitized in town geospatially?
I don't know if the planning board would have something like that.
Find out for you.
I would highly recommend, I think the planning board should, I mean, that's natural, that they should, if they're forward-thinking, they should be digitizing the whole town, and every house, every corner of the town, every fire hydrant should be on a digital map that could be available to all residents or available to the council. So when you make modifications in town, when you make improvements in town, or if you have flooding problems in town, they can be easily identified. Just the data that's already out there and available is absolutely incredible, that you can get through census, that you can get through a lot of different means. And that investment would certainly bring this town into the 21st century, and I would highly recommend it. The other thing, as far as budget goes, I see that our taxes are being increased for next year, and I'd like to know exactly why that is the reason why we are increasing the taxes.
I think we have a budget professional here.
Okay?
We do.
Yeah, why don't we do
We
that?
can let,
Sheriff, you wanted to speak first?
well, I can speak to, I'll probably give the same reasoning as Steve would. Basically, we're increasing our legal fees to cover the increase in litigation that's gone on in the town and to cover us for future litigation on affordable housing.
So my answer's a little different. We would not be raising any taxes this year if this council did not return money to a retired police chief who had basically had it forfeited. It was about $600,000.
No, we hadn't forfeited. That was money earned. Just like it
prior
was for
council.
Morrow, just like it was for Morrow.
No.
Yes.
This was a police chief who was on tape using racial slurs, sexual innuendo. It was a terrible
I urge
thing.
people to listen to the
And
tape.
it was conduct
And develop
unbecoming
their
an
own
officer. The prior council took that away from him. This council gave it back to him. So that's part of it.
Mr. Mayor, I think we all know the underlying reasons why this all happened, at least those that pay attention to what's going on in this town. It's quite obvious, and it's very unfortunate for everybody because I'm sure it's shortened people's lives, and I think that we need to get past it, look to the future, and be proactive in ways that are innovative and that are going to keep us out of the dog doo-doo in this town. And you know, it's a shame that the taxes are going up. Nobody likes to pay extra money for taxes, but even more, when your taxes do go up, you like to see things that are happening in town, quality of life, things, parks, additional parks, buying vacant land and making a park in the middle of town. We've got one in the north of town, one in the south of town. So proactive things, green things that'll distinguish this town. I would pay $2,000 more a year if we had that. And I'm sure many people would be open to paying more money if this town were the real, stellar, beautiful Englewood Cliffs it could be, with a recycle place that would be beyond belief, with proactive ways of saving energy, of being the cleanest town, that all litter, nails on the road, curbs would be repaired. I mean, honestly, we're kind of mediocre, below mediocre, and we're getting worse. Thank you.
Lynn Norton, 9 Willow Drive. And I know we're talking about an increase in legal fees, and Mayor, you're talking about a very small piece of the budget. But
That's exactly the same amount that
what
they're
is the
raising it by.
piece that we have here with Crantac, McMorrow, Eastwood, McMorrow, Eastwood, O'Shea, McMorrow, Crantac, McMorrow? Can you tell me approximately how much
You left out
is in the
You
budget?
left out the Gregorio.
That's correct. I was going to correct you.
Oh, sorry, we know that that's a medical issue, so that's slightly different. Can you tell me how much is in the budget for just those people?
Are you asking me or the person you rehearsed with?
Oh, you're so full of it. By the way, I haven't been around, I haven't talked to Debbie in weeks, so yeah, no,
ahead.
there is no rehearsal. You have
There
this,
is no
you don't have a budget, I haven't seen a budget handed out.
Go ahead.
Normally, at the budget hearing, I would expect to see
Well,
copies
normally-
of the budget, but we're not seeing this.
Normally, a mayor...
But you know what, you're deflecting, Mayor, you're deflecting.
Normally, a mayor
Deflect.
would not have to sue his council to
Deflect.
get information,
Deflecting,
especially
Mayor.
when the council was surrendering the town to a developer.
You know what, Mayor, when
And I'm glad I
somebody here
did
is
sue,
calling
because we stopped that
someone from
nonsense.
town a socialist, that's nonsense. When you're going after somebody who's speaking here and offering their opinion, that's
Well done.
nonsense.
Would you-
Total, those are your feelings, Mario. Those are your feelings, there's no fact involved.
This is so comical.
All right,
But,
you want to talk about the budget?
Lynn, I haven't seen you while you've been on vacation.
No, you
We
haven't.
definitely have to get together.
2 weeks, yes.
But, that being said, there's not a specific number for those specific cases. I believe we added 200 to general legal.
General legal 750.
Well, it's now 750.
Well,
We
some of the
increased it.
specific, I presume,
The amendment
was-
was, I believe, 200, and the affordable housing increase was another 300. Yeah. I'm rounding it off. So is it for those specific cases alone? No.
So that's the 600
But-
Westgate Shopping.
But I'm sure that there's a percentage, which, by the way, is paid out over years, and we're going to have plenty more of your lawsuits because of your comments that you make from the pulpit.
I don't think so.
Those
This is
things
not a
that you
pulpit.
shouldn't be talking about.
This is not a pulpit.
That's things that are in litigation, things that you're antagonizing, things that are already have been
I thank...
discussed. I feel, Mario, thanks to you, that number will escalate for many years.
Well, if your people are in charge, yes, they will. Look, I'm
Can we
very
just let
happy
the
that the
public speak
residents of
without
this town...
harassing them?
I'm very happy that the residents of this town stood up on July 10th at a meeting with 300 people in the room, and only one person voted for affordable housing at 800 Normandy or any...
And that was his
800
right.
Sylvan or any residential
that was
housing.
his
and it
right.
Okay? The 300 people voted no. No, it's fine. I respect your
You're
speech.
entitled
I
to your
respect
opinion,
freedom of speech.
David.
However, the rest of the town wants to fight this, and that's what we're going to do. Okay?
Less than 300 people.
And I guess, Ms. Norton, if you were there, you would have been the second hand, but that's it. All right? Yes.
Oh, I was at the meeting, by the way. Remember I had my hand up and you wouldn't call on me?
were 600
Remember that,
people there.
Mario?
Everyone who had their hand up got called.
Okay, can we stick to the budget? We have professionals here to answer your questions.
Lauren Eastwood, 4 Willow Drive. I'd like to know how much the borough is spending on the Gannett lawsuit, which conveniently wasn't on the list tonight,
Too much.
including the litigation filed by Gannett to enforce the judgment because apparently the borough hasn't complied. I'd also like to know what is being done to get the borough in compliance with Oprah.
Well, I always ask the clerk to comply with all applicable laws, including Oprah. There was an order issued. I don't think our attorney answered what he should have done in time. You want to say anything?
I'm not going to get into the specifics of the litigation itself. I don't have a number for you on how much it's cost the borough on the Gannett case. The court has not issued an order on that latest issue that you just referred to. But I know you get my bills each month, so I'm sure you can figure it out how much has been spent on it.
I actually haven't gotten them the last few months, but I guess I'll have to start again.
But also, in terms of the Oprah, we do have a resolution on the agenda tonight to help add to the administrative office. So,
Thank you for the extra cost. Yeah. This is on the budget, right?
I see a bond need to be issued for about,
Address, please.
Heyman Mehta, 75 Roberts Road.
The bond ordinance is going to be a separate hearing.
you don't have
Oh, okay.
It could come up right next after this.
Anybody else on the budget? No, okay, can I have a motion to close the public portion?
Second.
All in favor? Anyone against?
Can we now open to the public for the ordinance?
We're going to have to pass a resolution.
Resolution adopted.
Yes, right.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's listed on your Resolution 167, adoption of the 2019 budget. It's just out of order. Somebody needs to make a motion.
Want to make that motion since you're ahead?
Sure. Motion to adopt resolution number, what did we put in here?
167, I think, right?
Don't you have to vote on
See,
151?
167, though.
167, amendment of the budget.
No, that's
Adoption.
150.
No, no, it's 161.
It's resolution 151 that has to get adopted first.
Budget first?
No, 151 was approved.
You had a publication as required by law. You just had a public hearing as required by law. A resolution is one reading. It was already adopted. The next step is the resolution to adopt the budget in total.
The
Right,
167.
167. Motion to adopt resolution 167. Can I get a second?
Second.
Have a roll call.
Councilpersons Wu,
I'm going to vote no. I agree with the mayor for the same reasons he stated. I don't think we needed the increase that's in the budget. There were ways we could have saved on that.
How could we have
For the
done that?
public, if you need to have a conversation, just go outside. Ms. Norton.
How would
Ms.
you
Lemon,
suggest that?
Mr. Mons.
Mr. Wu?
There were other ways. Last year, we went through this with the investigations of the chief. We ended up making the payout to him. I know you say that was earned. I don't agree with that, and that's my position.
That 600 is being paid over time. We hit our cap this year because of legal fees.
you there?
It didn't have to be 600, though. If there was savings on that front,
He earned
it
that.
would have been less than that.
No.
Right?
he
You
was-
can't say the
he was
600 was
penalized
purely related to
120 days of
that.
pay.
If we had saved money on that, then the 600 could have been 300.
It's not a vehicle of savings. No, it's not simple math.
Simple math.
It is this budget.
So that's my vote.
Councilperson Song,
Yes.
Sabari,
Yes.
Park, Aversa,
Yes?
O. Yes.
Thank you. Also, the budget includes 3 attorneys dealing with affordable housing at this point, including Al Wunsch, who's got no background in it. Actually, 4 attorneys. So they're wasting your money, folks. This is political payback. That's why the budget's growing the way it is.
The same
All
attorney
right,
you appointed.
ordinance 2000, I did not, that's really funny, Councilman Aversa, you know, those are like good laughs, but the reality though is that Al Wunsch was no one I would ever appoint for anything, including a DUI case, which is what he usually does, but now he's doing affordable housing. At 30,000 a month, it's a little high.
Thing, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
So all it's saying.
Can we now open to the public, please? So we can
So,
move
the
on.
next thing up is ordinance 2019, it's a public hearing for 19-10. It's a refunding bond ordinance providing for the payment of amounts owing to others for taxes levied in and by the Borough of Englewood Cliffs in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, appropriating $3 million therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $3 million bonds or notes of the Borough of Englewood Cliffs for financing the cost thereof. I'm not really happy with the way that's written, because it says amounts owing to others. They don't actually list specifically who it is, which is an odd way of writing this. It's almost like somebody's trying to hide something here. I don't support this, by the way, but can I have a motion to open to the public?
Second.
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
So does anyone...
Mayor, do we have a list of what the 3 million is
The
being
professional
paid
is
to?
sitting there.
Okay.
That was in the resolution 19-139 that was passed in June. It's all,
Most of it is T-land, right?
it's all,
It's all T-land,
it's
okay.
all.
That's all I wanted to know.
That was passed unanimously, Steve? It was.
Yes, it was.
Just wanted
I opposed it then, I oppose it now. Anybody else wishing to be heard publicly? Okay, there's no one's raised their hands. Can I have a motion to close the public portion on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
Point of interest. This was supposed to be heard, the application was supposed to be heard this morning in front of the local finance board. They postponed the meeting for today because the DCA offices in Trenton, the 8th floor got flooded last week, and unfortunately, that's where all their IT equipment is. So they had an issue. The meeting has been changed to next Thursday, the 22nd, where they will hear this application, presumably approve the refunding bond ordinance to be adopted, which has to be done before the council can adopt it, and it'll be listed on at the next public meeting for adoption only.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks.
So everybody knows.
Thank you.
Take a vote now?
No,
You need a motion
for what?
For what?
to vote on the ordinance.
No, we're not voting.
No, we're not
on
voting
the
today.
next meeting.
That's what Mr. Wilcox was just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so now what I'd like to do is open the meeting to the public, before we lose everyone, for any discussions on any subject matter that you wish. Can I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So if there's any member from the public who wishes to be heard on any subject matter, please raise your hand, come up to the microphone, state your name and address. Yes, sir.
Frank Wang from 34th Stephen. I heard so many narratives about this affordable housing things, and I just want to get one question on the record. Anyone with expertise can answer. Does Normandy make more money by doing the complex which they want to do, including affordable housing, condo, townhouse, whatsoever, or do they make more money through renovating, leasing the office building? Has anyone done a study? Has anyone estimated?
Yeah, I don't think we can answer that, but there are lawyers right there, you're welcome to ask him if you want.
I mean,
His name is Marty
if
Kapakian.
we know the answer to that,
Well,
then we don't have to do all this fight. We can just try to solve the problem as we see it, then blaming one another, isn't it?
You could probably guess which way they make more money, right?
Well, that's why I'm asking if anyone has answers. Why is it a secret?
Well,
Is it so difficult to
Well,
say.
here's the, well, we're in litigation, so we can't speak freely on this, but
Okay.
we're in litigation because they want to build houses. We're not in litigation because they want to do a commercial development.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
I'm Michael Telzer, homeowner, 9 Churchill Road. On 164, I think that was from your other meeting, and it's the appointment of special counsel Albert Wunsch in the case of McMorrow versus Chiaffi. Offhand, I really don't know what I'm not an attorney, but you have here my first attorney with the witness in my case and the defendant in my case, and the case is now pending in at the Third Circuit, and I expect to be successful. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't know the rule of that.
Are you saying there's a conflict of interest?
Yes.
So am I. I've been saying that since January 3rd. We do agree on that.
Okay.
Not only that, but actually, Mr. Wunsch represented a defendant against the borough up until last June, while he was actually representing the borough as well. So apparently the rules that would apply to attorneys in New Jersey may not necessarily be applied to Mr. Wunsch.
I don't know how accurate that is, but
It is accurate. Hedl Gore
According
was
to
a
the mayor's
defendant,
words, it's
and he actually admitted to me that he
once
stepped
again,
down
he
from it
just
last month.
continues to speak about things
No,
that
it's
are in
true.
litigation.
It's true. Mr.
Puts
Telzer
this
knows
town at
also, because
risk.
he was a client of Mr.
Because that's what he likes to do.
Are you currently a client of Mr. Wunsch's?
No, I'm not.
He was. So, in our instance, Mr. Wunsch has created a conflict with a former client and a current client.
I just think you have here my first attorney and the witness and the police chief who's the defendant. I'm not an attorney, but I think it's something that you should go over. And the conflicts of interest, do they build on one another? So in other words, if something here is not a conflict of interest per se, and this one is suing that one and the next one is suing that one, I would check that angle out too. Because I don't think you need any extra lawsuits. I'm a taxpayer and a town homeowner, so I just think that would be a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to be heard? Yes.
Lynn Norton, 9 Willow Drive. I was just going through the resolutions, and I see that Captain Murphy is officially retiring from the Englewood Cliffs Police Force. And I just wanted to publicly thank him for his many, many years of service. He's a homegrown guy, and he's done a great job for the town, and we'll be sorry to see him go, but wish him all the best. And anyway, just all the best to Captain Murphy.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else wishing to be heard? Okay, I see no one. We have a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I wanted to also mention that last week, I always say that the best days of being mayor are reading Dr. Seuss into schools and cutting ribbons for new businesses. Last week was at a ribbon cutting ceremony for the Bank of Hope. It's a new bank on 9W and diagonally across from the fire department. So there's a little celebration there, so it's always nice to see newcomers come into town. And last Friday evening, I attended as a guest with my wife Nancy, the New Jersey Korean American Chamber of Commerce Gala dinner. It was a lovely affair, and got to say a few words about how great Englewood Cliffs is, and encourage everyone there who doesn't have a business in Englewood Cliffs already to move here and have a business here. So that was very nice and very well attended. Next up, our department head reports. Has everyone on council received those? Yes? Okay, you should have. Any questions or comments? Okay. And if you have something you don't need to talk about publicly, you could talk to the department heads as well. Obviously, as council, you could call them. We have some minutes to approve, and those are, they're all 2019 minutes, so everyone on council now could vote for these, so I think we could just do a blanket resolution. These are caucus and regular minutes for June 12, 2019, July 10, 2019, and separately, special meeting minutes of July 29, 2019. Have a motion, please?
Second?
A roll call?
Yes. Councilpersons Wu,
Yes.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes.
Aversa,
Yes.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Payment of claims, this is resolution 19-159, claims from July 11, 2019 through August 14, 2019. Those claims are amounted to $2,916,000, $534.41. That's $2,916,534.41. So we call them claims, but these are actually expenses that came to the borough that were paid, or that will be paid. Could I have a motion to approve that?
So moved. Second?
Can a roll call, please?
Councilpersons Wu,
Yes.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes.
Aversa,
Yes.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, next up are a series of resolutions. They're all resolutions for 2019. Number 160, approval of sewer rate. Can I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second?
Can a roll call?
Councilperson,
Sorry, I just want to ask if anyone has any information on what that rate used to be?
Oh, is it in the,
With the rate used to be.
The appropriate rate is that, what does that imply for the town cost-wise? Does anyone have any information on that?
The BCUA basically determines the rate for all users per gallon rate, and then it has to be approved by each town because it then gets passed on to the individual users in the town.
So this would be income, not expense, correct?
Well, it's not income to us. It's actually, it's the amount that gets paid to the BCUA through individuals being billed for their sewer rate. But it's part of their regular bill that they get as their tax bill.
Okay, but are we passing that cost on to our commercial tenants?
Well, every town handles that differently. I haven't been here long enough to
Okay.
tell you how you do it.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I find
Neither
out.
have I, but I'll find out.
did you want to say something, Councilmember?
No, it does get passed on to commercial rates.
Okay.
It's trying to say. It's passed on to all of us, we all pay. Residential and commercial pay.
Okay.
Councilperson Wu,
Yes.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes.
Aversa,
Yes.
Oh. Yes.
The next item up is a requested authorization to advertise for a part-time position in the administration office. This is something I definitely don't agree with. I don't see a need for this. I know it's, the administrator is also our clerk, not Rose. Rose is separate. Look, that office has been politicized, and if the person who occupies that office just came to work and did borough work and not Democratic Party work, we wouldn't need any more help in that office, okay? I'm being very direct.
Did you write?
And it's also, well, this council also
The clerk
has,
was not for
Well,
this meeting.
we're not talking about that.
Yes, you are.
We're just talking about her
Yes, you
performance
are.
as the clerk. Look,
Mayor, you're
I will
always
continue-
getting us in trouble.
No,
Please,
it's not
stifle
true,
it
actually.
already.
No,
Enough.
no. Stop covering for your friends. Political
Please.
payback is not acceptable. That's
Please,
what
there
you
is
guys
no
do.
political
That's what
payback.
you do. You do that.
God, you're
Look,
politicking
The clerk
again.
wasted a week moving her office into what was our closed conference room.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, we don't have a conference room because she wanted a bigger office. This is the way bizarre payback happens.
These two
No, the bizarre payback was you putting her in the back office, right?
Okay, look, she was in the office that was suited for the position.
Yeah, no, you moved her.
Now, when I meet with residents, we don't have a proper office or conference room to meet with them,
Okay, once again,
all right? I
We're
know
voting
she's
on a
your friend,
resolution to get
I know you're
additional help.
this, but look, this is a problem.
she is a friend.
All right, look, I don't think you need this position, you're just wasting money.
I think if you look at all the lawsuits that we have going on, we definitely do need
Look,
this.
the Borough Hall, with the Borough Hall people are, hold on, look, if you actually worked a full week instead of 32 hours or 30 hours, you wouldn't need this position, but,
Are you now talking about the amount of hours she works?
no, the entire Borough Hall, I mean, it's a 32.5-hour week or 30, I'm not sure exactly which way it breaks down, because no one could seem to explain that to me for 4 years. You don't need this position. If you're at home and you're watching this, they're wasting your money also. I know the back row,
my gosh.
that's just part of the political machine, but that's different.
Made a motion.
Here we go,
Can we
yeah.
please
So moved.
let the council vote?
So you made a motion to waste the borough's money, don't you? Okay.
You waste my time every time you're here, so can we move forward and then...
Well, you've been here for 7 years and you've done nothing except try to surrender the town to Normandy.
It doesn't look good for you, Mario.
Oh, really?
You made a mess in 4 years.
Yeah, really?
Unbelievable you did to this
Let me actually tell you, we had our first tax cut in 42 years when I became mayor. We were even the next year. It went up slightly last year. This year, they're killing you with their taxes.
Look at the front page of today's agenda. What's on there?
Yeah, look at that.
12 lawsuits.
Listen, I am going to fight for these residents of ours. If you don't want to give me information, I'm going to fight. That's why, on July 10th, when 300 people showed up, you guys need to throw up bags because of what you had done for 7 months, okay? You signed an MOU, you're giving away the town,
Once again,
and then you try to...
once again, we cannot speak on this
You
issue,
seem
Mayor.
desperate about that,
What you
but that-
do
No,
is you
look,
just continue to spout your
Well, why
nonsense.
don't you do this?
And then
Why don't
we
you try to
can't
tell the
provide
public what's
because
going on.
we're
I
in
tell the public
litigation.
what's going on. If anything else happens, you always know from me
You're
what's
just-
going on, all right?
Yeah, of course.
There's never an issue.
You're gonna sell this town. I'm telling you,
You guys actually signed an
destroy
MOU.
this town.
No, look, there was a filing in court today. I encourage everyone to go to e-courts and read the Normandy certification. I have copies here if
Yes,
you want
it's
after the
public.
meeting.
It's
You
public.
can see the whole scam that they were trying to run.
There was no scam.
The guy that controls...
There was never a
to make all the
scam.
bank loans for the mortgages.
What?
Gloria and Jimmy are going to do all the closing.
Are you really?
Terry Parker's got the real estate, and Otis's got the insurance. What a perfect,
Oh,
beautiful world.
my Lord.
Can we have a second?
Did you really? I seconded it already.
Sorry, did, all right, Councilperson Wu?
No.
Song?
Yes.
Savari?
Yes.
Aversa?
Yes.
Oh,
Gloria?
Gloria?
Mayor, I resent the remark, okay?
Can't hear you, Gloria.
She resents the remarks, the accusations that you made.
Gloria, it's political payback. Look at what you people do.
There is no political payback.
It's not whining, it's just telling you everything that's happening here.
How do you vote, Gloria?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it's Ed and Debbie. Appointment of a special counsel, Al Wunsch, in a matter,
Skipping a few.
We're on 160, 162.
162.
acceptance of the 2018 audit.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Councilpersons Wu?
Yes.
Song?
Yes.
Savari?
Yes.
Aversa?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
Gloria?
lost Gloria.
Gloria? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, we're voting on 162.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
163, acceptance of the 2018 action plan.
So moved.
Second?
Councilpersons Wu,
Yes.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes.
Aversa,
Yes.
O.
Yes.
164, appointment of special counsel Albert Wunsch, and McMorro versus Chaffee.
So moved.
Second?
Again, I believe that Albert Wunsch is so conflicted, he should not be representing the borough in anything. There'll be more to come on that, but not right now.
Councilperson Wu,
No.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes.
Aversa,
Yes.
O.
Yes.
Okay, 165, in connection with the affordable housing litigation with Normandy, Planning Board Chairman Perino and former Council President McMorro have been served with deposition notices and subpoenas. So we need to appoint counsel to defend our depositions in connection with that litigation. So the resolution is appointment of special counsel Christopher Martin Esquire for the representation of Tranjac, Perino, and McMorro in 800 Sylvan Avenue LLC versus Borough of Englewood Cliffs, BERL 6119-15.
Second?
Councilperson Wu,
Yes.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes.
Aversa,
Yes.
O.
Gloria?
Come on, Gloria, hang in there. We're almost done, Gloria. 166, retirement of Captain Brian Murphy. Doesn't really tell you much in that heading, but there is a resolution.
So moved.
Second?
Councilpersons Wu,
Abstain.
Song,
Yes.
Savari,
Yes, I'd like to thank him for his service.
Aversa,
Yes, I would really like to thank him for his service and his singing.
O.
Yes.
So, just want to clarify one point from the reorganization meeting minutes. The planning board constitution as provided by the planning board secretary is correct, but our council reorg minutes are incorrect. And I just want to reconfirm from those records, just so there's no issue, that the planning board right now, the members are, one, Carolina Calderon, and that's a 2-year, she's filling a 2-year unexpired term. Two, Ramon Farrow, he's filling a 3-year unexpired term. Mary O'Shea is a member, she's on a 4-year appointment. Carol McMorro is a member, she's on a 4-year appointment. Alternate number 1 is incorrect as written, it's actually Francis Correa, she's a 2-year appointment. Alternate number 2 is Thomas Kim, he's a 2-year appointment. Alternate member number 3 is open, and that's a 2-year appointment. The borough representative is J.P. Lee. My designee is Class 1 Lauren Eastwood, that's a 1-year appointment. Borough Class 2. Excuse me, Mr. Mullins, Ms. Simons, Ms. Norton, you gotta just keep it down. If you can't have a conversation outside, then you can leave. Yeah, I hear you. Really? You also haven't stopped talking, and we're trying to conduct business.
Can you tell me what the change is?
So Borough Class 2, JP, there's no changes, it's just that the reorg minutes were wrong.
Well, how are they wrong?
Well, I'll give you this document, I'll give it to Rose.
Well, why are you reading it? Like,
Well, because I want
You
to
didn't
get
even
official
mention it before
record,
the
because
meeting.
apparently we're not able to take proper minutes here.
Well, we're not going to make it official until we all review.
Well, it is official, we have no choice, this is the way it is.
well, there's no change that's
This is from
official.
January 3rd.
But I understand, I really understand, it's just that, we'll review it and see if that is correct.
Okay, well, the New York minutes were not correct, so I just want to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. Committee, council member reports, does anyone have anything to report on?
You can't just change it.
I know.
All I'm trying to say is, you have to follow protocol. If there is,
Of course you do.
if there is a discrepancy,
The protocol
you need
is
to vote on that change.
Right, so the protocol is you have to get the minutes right.
Okay, but just you saying...
Well, do you want to tell us what the change is?
That's not how it works.
You know, that also says that you get to decide who the liaison is, right? But you don't. According to our bylaws, the majority of council does.
Good.
So if we want to go back and change, maybe we need to go back and change that.
Good,
Well, you have to do.
I don't recall that ever being the issue, but,
Well, that's what our bylaws say.
okay.
It's okay, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you guys will figure it out, I'm sure. You've done so well so far this year.
Yep.
So committee, council member reports. Anybody have anything?
Can I ask, whoever's on the DPW committee, there's a bunch of, I think, trees that are going from one home impeding upon neighboring homes. I think Lizette was following up on that, but I don't think they've been taken care of yet. So if someone can follow up. There's a long list, there's probably like 3 or 4 homes on that list.
But is it trees growing over, Bill, or is it...
There are trees that are beyond the curb, so it's not town, it is town trees, I'm sorry, it is within the,
So that's
10-foot
shade tree, not DPW.
Yeah.
shade tree.
I have a list of issues with shade trees, so somehow the shade tree is really being neglected, so thank you for bringing it up.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm bringing up an issue, that's all. It's just gotta be resolved, that's all. Neighbors are asking about it.
Right, we might have to, get another representative to deal with shade tree, since right now we're getting a lot of complaints, and nothing is happening.
They're getting a lot of complaints about you also, but...
I don't know why we've been getting complaints about me, Mario.
He's not, she's
Could you
not surrendering
surrender,
trees.
you and Aversa surrendering the town and all?
No, that would not be
Let us
correct.
take it over, because you can't handle it.
For simple matters,
That was
Ed,
Ms. Norton, that wasn't you just now?
That was me.
That was you, right, okay.
That was me, no
Yeah.
question.
So for everyone at home, the back row here is Ms. Norton, Simon, and Jim Mullins. They don't stop talking, they're disruptive. We put up with it. There you go, you hear?
Okay, what's next?
Anybody else have anything to add? No?
I'd like to comment on the National Night Out. Great job. Chief Henkelman's first one. Guys did a great job. Captain Brian Murphy, sorry to see you go, Brian, but you did a great job with your band singing. It was a lot of fun. I think that was the best attended as far as police go that I've ever seen in all the years I've been here, so it was really nice to see. I'm glad the cops are back on track and have a little bit of positivity to look forward to now. So, thank you.
Thank you. So to further that, Chief Henkelman is doing a fine job. I was with him on Monday at a meeting for school safety. I'm proud of the way he's handling things, and yes, it's true. There's been a great turnaround in that department since he's taken over. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
This must be a record. This is a record.
Thanks, Rose. You got to come here.